ugh. It's hotter than a hoochie's coochie out here. With that being said, here it is, the finished product. Now, I'm gonna do my best to walk you through and show you everything I did and everything I didn't do. And I know what a lot of you are gonna say. You said you were gonna do this and you didn't. Liar! But it's okay. Anyways, I did tell you I was gonna do a 2.5 inch rough country kit on 32 1150s. However, upon further research, I didn't want to have to, hey, I'm filming over here. Just kidding, they couldn't even see me. I didn't want to have to jump or get a step in and out. So I went with the 1.5 inch coil spring from Rough Country, and I utilized the shocks that I bought with the 2.5 inch kit and just put that on the shelf for another build because it's going to happen. I ended up going with the 31 1050 15 BFG KO2. Decent tire, I like it. I've had a bunch of them. Polished out those wheels. They're not brand new. There was a video showing what I did, but they look pretty darn good to me. So at this time, I'm gonna walk around the whole truck and show you what I did. In case you're wondering, the front fender from the ground to the top of the fender is 36 inches, and the rear from the ground to the top of the fender is 37 1/4. Now, that works out really well for me. I left these springs on because I do haul a little trailer, a 6x10 with some lawn care equipment, and it sags literally only 1/4 inch, so it's perfect. Those springs help out a lot. I found these 4-wheel drive stickers. They are new old stock, not replicas. That's some OE shit right there. The dual exhaust, still dualing. Got the bed liner in there, UWS toolbox, low profile, slammed with tools. I actually use it. It's not just for looks. You can see I painted the wheel well liners just because they were all splotchy. I redid the hubs. I painted this front wheel well liner as well. I did all the brakes, front and rear. Everything's new. The transmission was rebuilt, not by me, prior to Jamie's ownership. Left the grill and the headlights and the taillights. They're all working properly. I'm not going to upgrade them yet. Haven't got a chance to get a bracket for the front license plate so I can rock that Florida tag I got. I'll get there. Listen to these bugs. Why don't you shut up? Thank you. Maybe I'll hit this up with some Sim Trim Black as well as this pillar one day. I did do the wiper arms here. I painted them up. So nice, so shiny. Like this toolbox. Golly. Bright, unlike my future. So went in this door multiple times. I did new lock cylinders. The main reason is I just wanted one key for everything, not multiple keys. All the lights work. New weather stripping. I put in some new fasteners, Christmas tree fasteners, metal door handles. They're not the best. The best ones out there are from CP Addicts. They're aluminum. They're anodized black, and they look like the factory ones. I've owned them in the past. I have spent a lot of money getting this truck running right, and I didn't have the extra $100 and something right now to go at it, but I definitely will be getting some soon. New headliner, I did that. I think there's a video. If not, I have videos. So 220 on the dash, ice cold AC. The airbag light used to stay on, but now, magic bananas, it's gone. And that's because I replaced this module down here. They usually have a resistor in there that usually burns out. Some people are gonna say it's the clock spring. I've done multiple of these trucks. It's never been the clock spring, knock on hard wood. It's always that module for me, but whatever. I found it at a junkyard. Push button 4-wheel drive works. And a big shout out to little Jesus. Everybody needs a little Jesus in their life. I don't know where I'd be without him. Back to the truck. Dash pad is cracked. I've tried to find a new one. I'm probably just gonna have to order a repop. It's okay, whatever. Center consoling. It's got some gum and some change. You know, doing all the things it needs to do. These cup holders from the factory, everybody knows it, could be a little bit taller. Drink wants to get a little wobbly in there, and then I'm grabbing it, you know, then I look like I'm drinking and driving when actually I am, but I don't want to look that way. So, yep, there's a jump seat belt in there in case I got to grab it. Scream for dear life. This is a little cracked up. It's not what it's all cracked up to be. Whatever. Anyways, I got a little garage door opener in there, a little phone holder. All the gauges work properly. Everything properly. That's all I was trying to do right now. It doesn't have to be, you know, perfect like the carpet. It didn't come, you know, brand new. I'm sorry if I upset anybody, but I tried my best. Took it out, pressure washed it. You've seen the video. I got these Husky floor liners or mats. I put them in every one of these trucks. WeatherTech does not make any. So I don't know what you want me to do. I've used the black, the gray, and the clear. No, they don't make clear. That's just strange. Let's see here. Did new door pins with my wife and my daughter. Thank God for them. Absolutely miserable. This door could be a boat anchor. It's so damn heavy. But let's tap into this engine compartment. Show you some things I did and some other things I plan on doing later on in life. So off the bat, I did a water pump thermostat, and I upgraded the belt to a heavy duty belt. I got rid of that gigantic fan, aka airplane prop, and shroud, and I got this 3-row radiator with dueling electric fans and a relay there, and it's digital. It's pretty cool. Show you how that works and why that's in there in just a minute. Air condition is ice cold. I went and got some new insulation and then wrapped that. The battery, yep, that's the battery. And then got some fluids, all new fluids, air filter, brake fluid. Let's talk about this little gem here. So this is a fusible link. It was a recall 291 years ago, and it was never done on this truck. So when I got it, the old man told me, hey, don't plug in the trailer lights because the truck will catastrophize. It will blow up. It will disintegrate. It'll melt small towns. I'm just kidding. But anyways, what had happened was this wasn't in there. There was a short inside this cruise control module, and all this was melted together. So I had to go to the junkyard, get a new pigtail and control module. I wired all that in properly, and then got a new fusible link and a brake switch. And let me tell you, I've got proper working brake lights and cruise control. Also, finally got a chance to get a red head gearbox. That paired with this drag link down there, I've never had better steering in one of these trucks. My hat's off to Redhead. You guys know what you're doing. It's not snake oil. It's pricey. Prepare yourself, but well worth the coins. So what I'm gonna do real quick is let you hear the old dual exhaust real quick. and then we'll move on to something else. So stand by. That's gonna sound best with headphones in, I promise. Oh no, I didn't cover up my tag. Somebody's gonna find out where I live. You guys, don't be weirdos. It's not like you drive around with your tag covered and somebody's gonna search you, look for you, and come talk to you about your truck or something. And if you do, you're a weirdo. Anyways, this is what it sounds like with the fans running. The ticking noise is coming from the smog pump. I've replaced it 3 times now, trying to figure out why it was ticking, but to be honest, you can't even get one now. I went to the junkyard and got that one. That's the quietest one I could find. I replaced the exhaust manifold on this side because they always crack, and when I did, I thought it was still it still had an exhaust leak, so I replaced the smog pump. Come to find out, it was the smog pump the whole time. Wish I would have just taken off the belt. I would have figured that out, but whatever. I'm not perfect. So the temp gauge down there is reading 165. The fans are only on because it's hardwired to the compressor. Turn off this ice cold air conditioning. Woo! Almost needed a coat to get in there. Jeez. And now the fans are off. So that's what it sounds like. 220,000 miles on this engine. Sounding pretty good if you ask me. So let's shut this down and turn off the gas guzzler, because definitely only getting like 9 miles to the gallon. Don't write home about that. But I've never bought a truck for fuel mileage. And if you do, you're lying to everybody. So under here is that fusible link, correction, drag link. Now, I want to give a big shout out to Blade and Off-Road, to Scott and his guys. I'm going to mention that in almost every one of my videos because that's where I take all my trucks. We noticed that when we were trying to do an alignment and we were putting all this suspension parts on, that this side radius arm mount had bolts in it, and they don't come that way from the factory. They are all riveted on, riveting. So we realized it might have been in a wreck, and then when we were trying to align it, we couldn't get it right on, and the steering wheel was off one way or another. Come to find out, it was that drag link was bent. So got a new one from Moog. Now that itself was like $580. It's really expensive, but now it's dead nuts on, drives straight down the road unless you're drinking, and at that rate it's probably even driving better. So take a moment, pause the video if you'd like, drink all this in, like old Derek would say, and enjoy. Just gives you a rough idea of what your truck could look like. Or if you don't want it to look like this, don't do that. I'm sorry for the lighting. I'm not a professional, and I'm sorry for how high this hayfield is to bring a plow out here. Plow. That's pretty much all I got for this build. I'm sure there's a few things I left off, or I could talk about in depth, like rebuilding those hubs. That wasn't fun because whoever had tried to rebuild them before, not knocking the guy, just put some stuff in backwards and upside down, and got it all out, greased them up. Now everything's working properly. So take a moment. Send me a question or two. I'll do my best to answer. And if I can't, I'll make something up. I'll make it sound legit, I promise. And you guys follow along for the next build. Thanks.